Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Bitcoin and cryptocurrency video. In today's video we're going to be discussing Bitcoin's transaction fees. If you like this type of content, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, as it means oh so much to me. And if you are a fan of cryptocurrency, I have a cryptocurrency shop where you can shop cryptocurrency products. I'll leave a link in the description down below so you can get a nice discount off your next purchase. So without a further ado, let's begin with the video. And to further understand what a Bitcoin transaction fee is before we dive into the details, a Bitcoin network fee, also known as a transaction fee, is a small amount of Bitcoin paid to incentivize miners to include the transaction in the next block of the blockchain. So when you want to send Bitcoin from one cryptocurrency wallet to another, like sending Bitcoin from Coinbase to a wallet in Binance, you will have to pay a miner to send that transaction for you. This again goes with the method of proof of work blockchain in comparison to proof of stake blockchain, which is where you reward miners instead of rewarding the stakers. So that is the Bitcoin network fee. That is what you do, that is what you pay. You pay the miners, and that is why the miners mine Bitcoin, because it incentivizes them to mine Bitcoin, because they then get paid by those who conduct the transactions. So whilst that has been said, I just want to dive into Bitcoin's transaction fees and its historical chart, because as you can see on your screen right now, as of recently, Bitcoin's transaction fees has hit an all-time high. Never once before has the transaction fees hit over $120 per transaction. You can see in prior history, in 2018 we had a peak along with its bull market. In 2021 we had a peak along with its bull market. And as of recently, the transaction fees have soared to new all-time highs, showering the miners. The miners are getting rewarded like no tomorrow. And this is due to a specific narrative, but at the same time, it could be increased market activity. Well, it is increased market activity, but because of a specific reason, and we're going to get into that right now. But just to dissect the chart, just from looking at the chart from first glance, you can see that a spike in transaction fees occurs coinciding with the fact that Bitcoin is in a bull market and hitting all-time highs. So if we zoom into 2017-2018 here, you can see that the transaction fee high at the time came around, well, just before Christmas. So if we take a look at the Bitcoin chart and we head over to Christmas of 2017, you can see that is when Bitcoin essentially had its all-time high in this area right here. So that was the high for the bull market right there, coinciding with the fact that the transaction fees were at all-time highs. If we then take a look at Bitcoin's bull run in 2021, end of 2020, 2021, you can see that the Bitcoin transaction fees spiked mid-April, within the third week of April. If we then take a look at Bitcoin's chart, you can see that the third week of April coincided with the fact that Bitcoin hit its all-time high for the cycle. We all know that it did put in a new all-time high by the end of the year. However, April is mostly considered the more important top because that's when all the metrics started firing off, etc. There's reasons to believe that April's top was more significant than December's top, but again, price action matters, and the real all-time high came by the end of the year. However, just by looking at these two peaks right here, they both coincided with the fact how the Bitcoin transaction fees spiked tremendously. We then come to 2024, and 2024 has been an interesting year because there have been many spikes within the last 18 months or so. You can see that this spike here in 2023 occurred because of Bitcoin ordinals and the BRC20 tokens, etc. Yeah, that came early. By looking at the chart here, in 2023 we were nowhere near all-time highs. No way near. So the reason why the Bitcoin transaction fees did spike that much is because those who were already within cryptocurrency used Bitcoin's blockchain more frequently. Whereas in comparison to these two spikes, it was due to new incomers coming into the space and conducting Bitcoin transactions and sending Bitcoin from one wallet to another, etc. So these two highs coincided with the fact of a tremendous bull market and retail coming into the space. The next peak here could be argued of some sort of retail coming into the space, because by December, if we take a look at the chart, in December Bitcoin was creeping up near highs. It was hitting that 48k, 50k level. It was coming up to those highs. You know, it had been in an uptrend for so long and FOMO started to pick up. But if we take a look at the most recent spike in transaction fees, where it has taken us past $120 for a transaction fee, why has this occurred? Again, this has occurred after Bitcoin has hit new all-time highs. So realistically speaking, every time Bitcoin has hit a new all-time high and transaction fees have spiked, that is because of retail coming into the space and them conducting new transactions, showering miners with rewards for conducting their transactions. But this spike right here, what is it due to? What is it due to? And we know through the past couple of days, the narratives of Bitcoin runes. So there's this story right here that is on CoinDesk's website, and it says Bitcoin miners reap windfall as runes debut sends transaction fees to record highs. The Bitcoin halving was supposed to dramatically chop revenue of Bitcoin mining companies. And this is due to the fact that the Bitcoin halving means that miners get half the rewards that they used to previously a couple of weeks ago. Bitcoin's once every 4 years halving, which took place late last week, was supposed to bring a steep cut in revenue for crypto miners, since their rewards for new data blocks would drop by 50%. Instead, the simultaneous launch of whoever this person is, new runes protocol for minting digital tokens on top of the oldest and largest blockchain, Bitcoin of course, has proven so popular that it's caused massive network congestion, sending transaction fees to record levels and showering Bitcoin miners with a windfall like never before. So we can analyze that this steep transaction fee new data that's coming in, it isn't coinciding with the fact that it's similar to 2017 and 2021, where the transaction fees spiked due to retail coming in and using Bitcoin. There are narratives as to why the Bitcoin transaction fees have spiked within the last 18 months or so. It is not similar to these moves right here. It is not similar at all. The reasons why these three moves are different is because they have a narrative behind them, and those who were already within cryptocurrency use the Bitcoin blockchain a lot more. It's not because of new retail coming in. I hope I've made that clear in a way, because there's some investors that might get confused and believe that the bull market's already over if the transaction fees have already spiked this much because of the last two times, or in the last two cycles where Bitcoin transaction fees have topped. Instead, this is due to specific narratives causing those already within crypto to use the Bitcoin blockchain, and they're using it a lot more in comparison to prior cycles, hence why the transaction fees are now shooting up to all-time highs. Not coinciding with the fact how it's concluding a Bitcoin bull market top and the bull market is over, if you get what I mean. So that is it from me today, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and as always, it's been your boy J1 General. Thank you and goodbye.